Light nigga, dark nigga, fuck nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, house nigga, field nigga.
Open the door.
Still nigga. Still nigga.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Brother Zion Amar from the GMS Detroit by Camp, and this is going to be a quick lesson, all right, regarding that. Hey, we need salvation, we need help, we need divine intervention, all right. It's clear and obvious, and we see examples every day, all right. So people can't say that we crazy, all right, for prophesying the downfall of this place. Right? When you have events like what we just seen here, the video I just played concerning, this is Terrence Crawford, right? During a traffic stop, mind you, on the day that he was given a key to the city. In fact, this is his second key to the city of Omaha, right? Omaha, Nebraska, which is where he was, I guess, born and raised or whatever. And yeah, literally on the same day they was given this key, right? You know, for winning the fight against Canelo, becoming 4 or 5 division world champ and whatnot, and to be treated like this is like, hey, it's how we know we're the Israelites, right? Because when you look into the curses highlight who the Israelites are. As it is said, there will be a sign and a wonder. A sign and a wonder. All right? And, hey, quite frankly, you know, I don't know if Terrence knows if he's an Israelite or not. I forget. And that doesn't matter, but just, you know, to see, just for what it's worth, whether you're 2/3 or not, when you see that, it piss you off. Because, hey, we've all been in traffic stops where you know absolute bottom, and Jake will reign supreme on top, forever and ever, even forever. Alright? As it is Yahweh Shai's kingdom, but